I'm Chef Mike Moses, and welcome to my kitchen. Here we are, the dog days of summer. It's so hot, it's so humid. We need something refreshing. And why not have a nice zucchini and basil soup? It's not served hot, it's not served cold. Just right. And I've got all the details coming up. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe. I post new videos here every weekend, and as the fall harvest season starts to approach, I'll have more and more videos. Okay, let's get right into it. We're going to need 2/3 of a cup of sliced leeks, the tender white part, light green parts only, extra virgin olive oil for drizzling, a clove of garlic chopped, 2 small zucchini chopped, and a few strands to spiralize or julienne just for garnish. About a 1/4 cup of hemp seeds, the juice of half a lemon, 1 cup of water, more as needed for consistency. We're going to need a 1/2 cup of packed fresh basil, some sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. And then we're going to need some croutons. So here's what we got to do. First of all, we've got all our ingredients. This is fresh basil that I picked right out of my garden. My basil plant's been growing amazingly. I have my leeks. I've got my hemp seeds, got my garlic already chopped, ready to go. I've got my croutons, my zucchinis, and my lemon. Some things I'm going to need my spiralizer to do a little bit of fanciness on the zucchini. I'm also going to need my frying pan for the leeks. We'll get things moved aside here, and I want to talk about leeks for a second. So these are 2 leeks. I'm going to use the 2 medium-sized leeks, and there's a trick to it. First of all, cut the end off, and we want just until the green starts. Then we take our knife and we peel it right down the middle. The reason I do this is because now, as you can see, there's sand. And the sand appears in the leeks, so I want to put my leeks in the water to wash out the sand. It's important that you wash your leeks. Nobody likes sandy, gritty soup. I went to a restaurant, and it was kind of funny because it was a fairly high-end restaurant, and one of their signature dishes was leek soup. So I thought, I'll give it a try. Why not? I had the leek soup, and it was so gritty, just terrible. Now we want to cut the leek into 1/4 pieces. We just want to go up to where the green starts. And that's going to be the base of our soup. While we're doing that, we might as well continue to cut, right? So we'll put our leeks there. So I want 2 zucchini for my soup. I'll top and tail them. Then I'm going to cut them in half. And just chop them up again. All right, that's the zucchini all ready to go. Now we'll go to the frying pan. Okay, the frying pan is coming up to temperature, and it's going to add some olive oil. Just about a tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm going to throw the leeks right in. Break them up as you're putting the leeks in. We're going to add a couple pinches of kosher salt and some fresh ground black pepper. Smell the leeks are starting to go, and you want to cook these leeks probably for about 5 or 6 minutes. What you want to do is break them down, get them nice and translucent and tender. So the zucchini we're not going to cook. We're actually going to put that in the soup as it is. Same with the hemp seeds and the lemon juice. And the idea behind this soup, it's a vegan soup for sure, and it's flavorful. It's got tons and tons and tons of flavor. One thing I am going to do, I am going to add my garlic to this once it gets going. This should take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. You want to gently saute these. You don't want them burnt. You want them just to break down, become translucent. We're going to blend it up anyhow. While this is sauteing away and becoming translucent, I think I'll spiralize my remaining zucchini. What do you think? So we'll take our current two small zucchinis. Zucchini grow like wildfire. Once they get growing, a really good summertime squash. Lots of water in them, lots of vitamins, really tasty. So we'll take our spiralizer. This is my good old cheap spiralizer. You want it on the most narrow setting. And you put your hand on it so it doesn't jump around. So now I have spiralized zucchini. That's going to be our garnish. And I actually have enough zucchini left over. I'll quarter it up and we'll put that in our pile here. Oh, ever fresh. All right, how are my leeks doing? They're doing well. They're not quite there yet. I want to bring up some of the water, turn the temperature down a little bit more, add just another touch of salt. And I'll add my garlic now because the recipe that I'm using says to add raw garlic. I don't like to add raw garlic to anything. It's kind of bitter. I just want it to be sweetened up a little. All right, these are looking real good. Lots of color. This soup is going to look really, really, really rich, really green. And I would say the leeks are done. I also want to put my spiralized zucchini on a plate here. All right, now we've got everything ready to be assembled. This is a cold soup. In terms of cold, I don't mean cold as in gazpacho where it's been chilled. I actually mean that this is a room temperature soup. So we'll put our leeks into the blender, get all that garlic. Sorry for looking at the bottom of my pan. Now I'm going to add my zucchini. And hopefully I can do it without dropping stuff. I'm going to add my hemp seeds. Going to add about a half a cup of water. Just makes blending easier. And the juice of half a lemon. The easiest way to do that is just to cut the ends off and squeeze. All right, now we blend. All right, so that's our soup blended up. However, you're saying, Mike, what about the basil? Good question. First of all, I don't want the basil to get bruised. I don't want the basil to break down due to the heat. I want this to be cool. Right now, I can put my hand on it. It feels fairly cool. So I'm going to take my basil and basically I'm going to chiffonade it and then put it into the blender. And I'm only going to pulse the blender for a couple of seconds. That is to preserve the flavor, preserve the taste, the smell of the basil. We don't want anything broken down. We don't want it bruised. So we'll just chiffonade it up. And now, I'll bring the blender over. I'll bring the blender over. I'll put my basil on the top and do the final blending. There, just like that. So I have now my basil soup, and of course you must taste. It's so fresh. All right, let's put this in a bowl. I can taste the garlic. I can taste the basil. I can taste the leeks. And I want this to come up to room temperature. Right now it's still a little warm, but in another 5 or 10 minutes it'll be at room temperature, which would be the perfect time to serve, and I'll put up a plate for you. Great, time to serve up some of the zucchini soup. Make it look pretty. Got a couple of serving dishes here. This is, like I said, a room temperature soup, very fresh, very messy, or maybe that's me. And this is a perfect meal for two. Take some zucchini spirals. And you want some of your garlic croutons. Just put them around the edge. And if you like, you could put some Parmesan cheese on this. You can put whatever you want. A nice soup to cool off to. Great for you and very tasty. For more information on this recipe and more, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog running there with the recipes that you can print off. I hope you enjoy this. I'm here to help you cook better, shop smarter, and eat healthier.